Hey fam, welcome to Driven Life TV. Welcome to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So today we're going to discuss the issue of gender equality. So is gender equality a myth? Okay, that's what we want to discuss today. One thing is true that I think there were some years, some over 3 decades past, where you found that there was an unequal distribution of opportunities, and you actually saw that sometimes in some areas women were not really having as much opportunity as maybe males. And then we also saw some demographics as well, people of different races and all that. There was actually certainly there were issues to do with oppression at some point, especially according to race, and there was not any equality of some sort in some areas. But the issue of gender equality is not an issue for us today. That's my point. Of course, it's worth it for us to fight for equality of opportunities, that both genders should have an equal access to opportunities. But back then it was women who felt oppressed, but now what is happening is the scales have tipped so much, and they continue to tip, that you find that males are actually having fewer and fewer opportunities, and all opportunities are being given to females, and sometimes not based on merit, but just because they want to fill a gender quota of some sort. So this is what is happening in our time, and it's not a good thing. But for people who are advocates of gender equality, they'll fight this. They'll say that's not the case and all that. But I'm going to show you some evidence today just to prove that point. Okay, so first of all, let's listen to what Jordan B. Peterson said on a certain British platform, a news network, where he was being interviewed by this aggressive journalist. So let's listen to that right now.
Fair.
Is gender equality a myth?
I don't know what you mean by the question. Men and women aren't the same, and they won't be the same. That doesn't mean they can't be treated fairly.
Is gender equality desirable?
If it means equality of outcome, then almost certainly it's undesirable. That's already been demonstrated in Scandinavia. Because in Scandinavia...
What do you mean by that? Equality of outcome is undesirable?
Well, men and women won't sort themselves into the same categories if you leave them alone to do it off their own accord. We've already seen that in Scandinavia. It's 20 to 1 female nurses to male, something like that. It might not be quite that extreme. And approximately the same male engineers to female engineers. And that's a consequence of the free choice of men and women in the societies that have gone farther than any other societies to make gender equality the purpose of the law. Those are ineradicable differences. You can eradicate them with tremendous social pressure and tyranny, but if you leave men and women to make their own choices, you will not get equal.
Yeah. Is gender equality a myth?
This is very, very true. And I think I love that point so much, because to be honest, I think the pursuit of trying to control the outcomes of people's choices is not a good thing. Because at the end of the day, if you leave men and women to choose what they want to choose, what they want to do in terms of career, and all that, you just see people choosing things according to their interests and their natural inclinations, and you find out that certain things that are common amongst men will remain common, and certain things that are common amongst women will also remain common amongst women. And this is very important, because you want people to choose things according to passion, according to capability and ability, according to merit. You want people to make it in life based on how much they have applied themselves, how they have prepared themselves, how much competence they have. You don't want to start to control the outcomes of people's situations by controlling the corporations, by using quotas and things like that. This is why you see there are so many companies that if they have few female employees, what they will do is they'll put up interviews where they actually know they're only going to get females, but they invite everybody. I'm like, why are we doing this? Are we looking for someone who is very competent, or maybe we just want someone of a certain gender? That becomes a problem, because at the end of the day, it has to be based on merit. Okay, female same opportunities, male same opportunities, but let's not control the outcomes. Okay, allow people to choose according to how they see fit. And also you start to see now where whenever you're trying to control the outcomes, you're fighting for equality. And so when you're not seeing it, when you leave people to make their free choices, what you start to do is you start to say, okay, let us put pressure so that we control the outcomes. If you fail to do that, what you do is you lower the standard of qualification now. You want people to qualify, maybe using a very, very low standard, and then you find more females are coming in, or maybe more males are coming in. And the next thing you know is that we're having incompetent people filling positions that are rewarding. And then the next thing you know that society is actually even depending on these people, but they are not very much qualified. They cannot execute their duties well. They are not going to help people well. You're actually going to just overburden the few who are competent in the corporations and the industries and the institutions. So this is what becomes a problem now. Okay, merit is the way to go, no matter what. Merit is the way to go. So let us look at exactly what these policies can do to a society. I want us to check out what is happening right now in the US. You're not going to believe this, believe me. You're not going to believe this at all. This was strange. When I came across it, I was like, this is deadly. It's going to destroy societies. So these policies that come from a bid to make men and women equal, all these policies are really bad policies. So I think for me, it's plausible to begin to fight for equality of opportunity. All of us need to have equal access to opportunities. You don't want it to be unfair, but everyone needs to be given an equal chance. So this is the video that I found. So let's look at this right now. Okay.
Watch what's happening in the city of Nashville right now.
This is Nashville.
It's a male-dominated profession, so women are scared to take that step, maybe thinking that they're not able to do it, but you can do it if you have that right mindset.
It's a mindset the Metro Police Department hopes more women will have. Their goal, a 30% female police force. Last year, it was 11%.
You see the quotas?
It's 13%.
And is it even attainable?
I think we're definitely growing, so if we can just keep that momentum going, I believe that it is definitely attainable.
So I want you
Commander
to see
Tiffany
the trainings
is Metro's
that they have
female
lowered
director
the
of
standard
training.
so much
She says
just to
among the
accommodate
biggest
more
changes
females.
they've made to help attract recruits, especially women.
Look at the training.
No
Well, what
more
is this?
physical ability tests.
No
now
more physical
trainees
ability
must pass
tests.
a physical agility test designed to mirror tasks in the field.
In that clip, they suggest that the new agility standards will help attract women because they mirror tasks that these women cops will have to do in the field. And read between the lines, and what they're saying is that the agility test is a lot easier than the old test.
Of course.
The Metro Nashville Police Department has uploaded footage of what these tests look like in practice. Here is the chain link fence test,
you're not
followed
going
by
to
the
believe
solid
this.
wall test, which are part of these new agility
It is
standards.
foolish,
And I
I'm
want you to
telling
see
you.
how much agility is really on display in this example that the police department provides. Watch.
This is the chain link fence climb.
Yeah, let's see.
For this test, you're to run up to the fence, scale the fence,
That's the
and
agility
continue running
test.
to the finish line. The test may be administered twice with at least a 2-minute rest period between administrations. Your fastest time
2-minute
used
rest
is your
period
squat.
after that.
Solid wall climb.
Solid wall climb. Let's see. This is maybe different.
For this test, you're to run up to the wall, scale the wall,
Look at that.
and continue running to the
Wow,
finish
that's
line.
too hard.
This test may be administered twice.
She's
with at
about
least
to catch
2-minute rest period
criminals, this
between
one.
administrations. Your
He's about
fastest
to
time will be
chase
used
down
as your
drug
score.
dealers
I think
in
you get the
America.
2-minute rest in between those two extremely physically demanding tasks. Watch what's happening in the city of...
This is drama. This is drama. Guys, I'm telling you, these policies that come from the need to control outcomes, these are not good. We don't need this at all. It's worth fighting for equality of opportunity. It shouldn't even just be for females. It should be for everybody. This is the problem as well, where we're fighting for one side. And then what I said at the beginning of the video, that now males are having few opportunities. Everything is for females now. Okay. So now you begin to wonder, of course I don't want males to be playing victim. You just make your own life, find a way to make it. But at the same time, we need opportunities for everybody. Okay. But let's not try to control outcomes by using quotas. These things just promote incompetence. Imagine an officer doing that agility test, a female officer, and then she's about to catch drug dealers. What will she do in the streets? What will happen when there's actually an actual crime outbreak? These people will just be hiding behind walls. Okay? Some of these things males do better, and it's okay. There are few females who can do them. Good for them. There are some things females do better. It's okay. And there's some males who can do them as well. It's fine. Okay? One thing you don't want is when you are having an outbreak of war and the only people you're having are females having to fight. And you find that, okay, believe me, this is not saying that females cannot do it. Females can do it, but you have to agree with me. There are some things males just do better. And there are some things that females just do better. And that is fine. You have to be a person who is so blinded to not see that. Okay. There are some jobs that are just well suited for males, well suited for females. And we have to be able to leave people with a choice to say, if you want to go to the army, fine and good. But let not the army as well begin to lower the standard just for you, to accommodate you. Let the standards be the same, because the enemy won't lower their standards to accommodate you. When it was happening, like the Ukraine-Russia war, when it was happening, all females were being evacuated. Nobody was fighting with the feminism in mind to say, I want to fight for my country. I can also do this. It's not only men who can fight. No, all females and children were being evacuated, and they were glad to do it. But males were standing up. For me, that is fine. Okay? Because those are things that men should step up and do. That's manhood. That's what I'm talking about. This is very, very bad. We see it every time, where you see people who have come into places because of quotas, failing to deliver in their jobs, failing to deliver in their classrooms at school, because they came there without merit. They came there because of a quota. You are failing to match up. You're failing to rise up to the challenge because you don't have what it takes at that particular moment. Maybe you will improve. We don't know. Let people make their own choices. This is why I say gender equality as it is being practiced in our time is a myth, it's unattainable, it's bad for society. It doesn't help us at all. Look at the police officers. They're trying to reach a certain quota. Imagine what the police force will be like in the future with these policies. Crime will be skyrocketing. It's actually skyrocketing already in America, in so many states that are run by Democrats, of course. But I hope even our African nations do not start adopting these useless policies. We need to be able to keep a standard and make sure we emphasize merit at all costs. This will help us a lot. I would like to hear your thoughts in the comments. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, have a good one.